The magic power of gems for witchcraft. Using gemstones in your craft isn't essential, but it will make your work more magical. Although they are considered sacred, they do not have to be expensive. You can use as little as 10 crystals or as many as 70. You can learn about their use and properties by reading a good book or by asking someone experienced in the craft. You don't have to be a crystal expert in using them. Depending on your style and personal preference, you can begin your journey by purchasing some pretty rocks and making your spells. There are two basic ways of using gemstones in your craft. The first is by placing them in your home. They are beautiful to look at, and they can be used to make fine jewelry. The second method involves fusing them with herbs and candles. If you can't find any of these, you can make your own. Similarly, you can also purchase gemstones that are used in the craft of witchcraft. The third method involves placing a gem in an elixir or sachet and making an incense burner. Using a single gem in a spell is a more complex process, but making one out of several is possible. If you're new to using gemstones, there's no reason to wait. Several other methods exist, and the ancient ones are well worth looking into. The third method includes putting a gem inside a satchel. Some stones are made of quartz, while others are made of copper. The second method uses iron ore. Unlike most other types of gemstones, a satchel is more expensive than a gold or silver ring. In either case, a small amount of these materials will enhance a spell. If you haven't started using these materials in your practice yet, you should start looking into these alternatives. It's important to note that there are several methods of using a gem in a spell. The first method is to set an intention. This is done by placing a positive sense with the stone. In this way, you're ensuring that your spells are powerful enough to attract the desired outcome. While some people use a lot of different crystals in their work, the latter method is more effective. Using gemstones in the craft of witchcraft is an ancient practice. Ancient cultures used gemstones with various names. During the Roman Empire, some of the stone-bearing papyri depicted the god Abrasax. However, the deity Abraxas is a deity that the Greeks and the Egyptians worship. Its satyrs could ward off evil spirits, so it's essential to use them for rituals. The first method is to use an engraved gem. Often the stone has an inscription that says, "I be whole." This ancient practice helps a person to connect to the earth. This is a great way to protect yourself from harm and protect loved ones. For instance, an engraved gem can also bring peace. The inscription on a stone is good protection and can protect from enemies. Using a gem is a standard method in witchcraft. The stone is often used as a charm in rituals. The gem is a symbol that represents a deity, so it is a good idea to incorporate it into your craft. Some ancient crafts may include a mystical item with a gemstone. This method is also helpful in making an enchanted object, but it is best to consult a professional. Aside from their beauty, engraved gems can play a vital role in personal rituals. You can use them to strengthen your spells or as a protective tool for your loved ones. The color of a gemstone can be determined by its inclusions and shape. There are many ways that you can use the stone in a ritual. The purpose of a stone will depend on its condition, meaning, and shape.
That is all for this episode of the Witch's Crypt Files. Do come back to see me in the next episode. Merry part.